everyone and welcome to a new revision vlog. This week's video will be based around job requirements within the hospitality and catering industry. The first thing I want you to know is that the hospitality industry is the third largest contributor to employment in the UK, and it employs around 6 million people. Okay, number 2 is about staffing levels, the demand and supply. So things that can affect the demand of staffing levels are things like seasonal times of the year. Christmas, for example, is a really busy time and more staff are required. Depends on what day of the week it is even. We know weekends are busier than weekdays for people wanting to go out and eat or stay in hotels. And another thing would be economic conditions. So that just means, are people able to pay for it? Do they have the money at certain times? So all of those things affect the demand for the level of staff required. Number 3 is about specific needs. So again, we're thinking about job requirements, specific needs. At the minute, there's a big growth in vegan, vegetarian, allergy-free meals, okay? And the smaller restaurants, the smaller companies, kind of more equipped to deal with that. They can have more flexibility and change as the demand changes. Other things we're seeing at the minute, things like street food vendors, food festivals, all those things are growing. So there's a growing demand for staff there. And then there's also the online deliveries. Now that's exploded this last year, okay? And over the past few years, actually, it's been growing in popularity. So there's many more jobs that have come up and been offered in relation to online shopping and online delivery systems. Okay, number 4 and 5 actually is about rates of pay. So we'll start with what national wage means. Okay, so you've got a national minimum wage. Now that's the minimum wage per hour that a school leaver would expect to be on. And anyone over 25 would be on the national living wage, which is a bit higher than the national minimum wage. Now, apprenticeships offer an apprentice rate, which would be lower than the national minimum wage, but they'd also get training as well. So you get paid to work, you get work experience, and you get training, and still earn a little bit of money. And one last thing on that, you need to know that the rates change every April. Number 5, average salaries. Now the average salary in the hospitality industry is around £25,000 a year. And there's a massive variance in that. It depends on your experience, it depends on your training, it depends what job role you've been for. So to give you some idea, you might be looking at bar staff being on around £16,000 a year, a receptionist might be on around £21,000 a year, a head chef probably around £36,000 a year, and then moving up to hotel management at around £37,000 a year. And obviously they're just examples. It will change depending on where in the country you are. You will get a higher rate if you live in London and the surrounding areas. Number 6 is training. Now you need to know how you'd get into a career in the hospitality industry. And training and researching different training courses is a really good place to start. So to start with, you'd be looking at Key Stage 4 courses, and they're what you do in school, that's what you're doing right now. You would then move up to Post 16 courses, and you'd be thinking about sixth form or college. You might do a certificate in catering or a diploma in professional cookery. After that, you're looking at university courses, and there are so many university courses related to the hospitality industry. You can get degrees in catering, hospitality, culinary arts, hotel management, food and beverage services, and also things like hospitality and business management combined. We've mentioned it before, but you can also get an apprenticeship, and this gives you work experience while doing your training at the same time. And then you've got something called in-house training, which is where the organisation themselves train you whilst you work. Number 7, qualifications and experience. So I just talked a little bit about qualifications and what training you can get, but your qualification and experience can affect massively the salary that you earn. Most people within the hospitality industry start at the bottom of the hierarchy ladder. Now, we've spoken about this in lesson, but you would expect that you're going to start at the bottom, you're going to gain experience, and you're going to work yourself up the ladder. And that tends to be how things work within the hospitality industry. With more experience, your salary increases. To get an apprenticeship, you would probably be looking, it varies around the country, but you'd probably be looking at 5 good passes at GCSE. Number 8, personal attributes. This is a quick one, but it's one that people get mixed up. Okay, so I've seen numerous times on exams this gets mixed up, so I wanted to put it in here. Personal attributes is basically the characteristics and the qualities of the person applying for a job or the person doing a job. Okay, so it's about the personal qualities. Are they calm? Are they creative? Are they reliable? Are they punctual? All the characteristics about a person. Number 9, desirable attributes. So we've just looked at what personal attributes means, and I just wanted to now give you some examples of different job roles within the industry. So for example, wait staff should be good at listening. They need to be able to stay calm. They need to be able to communicate clearly, work as a team, and be polite. A receptionist would need to have a positive attitude, be helpful, be able to learn quickly, and be approachable. A housekeeper would need physical stamina. Now it's a very physical job, it's a hard job, and you need to be able to keep going throughout your shift. So physical stamina is a very desirable trait or attribute of a housekeeper. They need to be tactful, calm, have a good memory, and be able to work as part of a team. And the last example I will give you is a commis chef. Now remember, a commis chef is an assistant chef, so they're learning. So they also need to be a good listener, they need to be creative, and most importantly, they need a passion for cooking. Number 10 then is just a quick exam tip for you. Now if you get a question asking about personal attributes, you need to describe the characteristics of the person. I've marked lots of exam papers where students have got confused, a little bit mixed up, and they've started to explain the job role, so what the person does within the job role. So they wait tables or they clean rooms. Now, their roles with the job, they are not personal characteristics. So just a quick exam tip, read the question. If it asks about personal attributes or personal characteristics, you need to be able to describe the person and what qualities they need. Okay everyone, thank you for joining me for this revision video. Join me in the next one when we're talking about working conditions. See you next time. Bye.